submission from the County Executive Committee member, who is the head of the County Treasury, we found out that 3 ECDs were a priority to the people of Kimakiu Kalanzoni. And therefore, Honorable Speaker, the committee recommended that the total available funds amounting to 7.4 million for Kasalama ECD, Kasalama ECDE 3.7 million, and the Ufunye ECDE 3.7 be shared equally amongst the 3 ECDEs, Kasalama, the way you pronounce it, Ufunye, Mongala, and the funds be used to construct used for the construction of 1 ECDE classroom with an office and a store, electrical conduit, shelving to the stores, a lockable metallic cabinet, wooden desk, wooden armchairs, water harvesting goods, that is 10,000 liters water tank and the base, 40 number kitty chairs, 20 number kitty tables, play equipment, 4-piece set, double swing, slide, climbing frame, and double seesaw. Display soft board and the branding publicity and the sign rating during the consideration and approval of the forthcoming financial year 2025-2026 Makueni County Supplementary Budget 1. Honorable Speaker, because the 3 ECDs were a priority to the people of Kimakiu Kalanzoni, and the total budget which was allocated for ECDs is 7.4. We felt that it's good for the 3 schools to have 1 classroom, because you can construct 1 classroom with 2.5 million. We have seen it also, and we have seen it with other wards constructing 2.5, and we found that it is good at least for each classroom, 1 classroom, and then maybe they can prioritize again. They build the PP2 classroom. That is at least, because this one is something which was started from the cluster level all the way to ward level, and they had agreed the 3 schools needed an ECD classrooms or a classroom. Therefore, I take this opportunity to thank all the members of the Budget and Appropriation Committee for their input and invaluable contribution during the consideration and investigation into the matter of the reinstatement of Kwang Mongala ECD budget allocation of Kenya shillings 4 million in Kimakiu Kalanzoni Ward projects and a program to be implemented in the financial year 2025-2026 budget. The committee also takes this opportunity to thank the offices of the Speaker and the Clerk of the County Assembly for the support according to it during the investigation exercise. Therefore, Honorable Speaker, that is how we handled that petition, and those are our recommendations, which we felt is good, because the 3 ECDs were a priority to the people of Kimakiu Kalanzoni ward, and each school will get 1 classroom, as I've indicated, Honorable Speaker. Thank you. Should I?
Thank you, Chair. I now direct that the report be shared to the Governor, the Deputy Governor, and also the CC in charge of finance and socio-economic planning for implementation of the recommendations. And the petitioners also, please. Let it be shared to the petitioners. Thank you. Clerk, next order.
Order number 5, papers.
Chairperson, Committee on Gender, Children, Youth, Sports and Social Services to table the report on the consideration of the Makueni County Persons with Disability Policy 2024.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. I beg to lay the following paper on the floor of the Assembly today, 26th August 2025. The report on the Makueni County Persons with Disability Policy 2024. I lay.
Chairperson, Committee on Finance and Socioeconomic Planning to table its report on the Makueni County Tax Waivers Administration Bill 2025. That is the Makueni County Assembly Bill number 2 of 2025.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Mr. Speaker, sir, I beg to lay the following paper on the table of the Assembly. The report of the Committee on Finance and Socioeconomic Planning on the Makueni County Tax Waivers Administration Bill 2025, the Makueni County Assembly Bill number 2 of 2025. I lay.
Honorable member, that for members' information awaiting Committee of the Whole. So, Chairperson, Committee on Water, Irrigation and Sanitation to table its report regarding the distribution of Mzima Springs water.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, sir. I beg to lay the following paper on the table of the Assembly today, dated 26 August 2025. The report of the Committee on Water, Irrigation and Sanitation regarding the distribution of the Mzima Springs water. I lay.
Chairperson, Committee on Public Accounts Committee to table the report on the consideration of a report of the Auditor General on the Makueni County Climate Change Fund for the period ended June 2024. Chairperson or member of the committee, Honorable Cosmas.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. We will request for some times. The report is not read, approved.
How many days?
Next sitting, Honorable Speaker.
That is tomorrow
At 2:30.
2:30.
Thank you.
Thank you. Next order.
Order number 6, notices of motion.
Chairperson, Committee on Gender, Children, Youth, Sports and Social Services to give a notice of motion for the adoption of its report on the consideration of the Makueni County Persons with Disability Policy 2024, laid on the table of the Assembly on 26 August 2025. Chairperson.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. I beg to give notice of the following motion, that this Assembly adopts the report of the Committee on Gender, Sports, Culture, and Social Services on the report of the Persons with Disability Policy 2024, laid on the table of the Assembly today, 26th August 2025. Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Chairperson, Committee on Water, Irrigation and Sanitation to give notice of motion for the adoption of the report regarding the distribution of the Mzima Springs water, laid on the table of the Assembly on 26 August 2025.
Honorable Speaker, sir, I beg to give notice of the following motion, that this Assembly adopts the report of the Committee on Water, Irrigation and Sanitation regarding the distribution of the Mzima Springs water, laid on the table of the Assembly on 26 August 2025. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Next order.
Order number 7, statements.
Chairperson, Committee on Lands, Urban Planning and Development to respond to the statement number 01/2025, as requested on 18th February 2025 by the member for Muvao Kikumini Ward regarding the need to survey Kangondi Market on Muvao Kikumini Ward.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, sir, I raised to give an additional response to the statement as requested by the Honorable Elizabeth Kawembe, MCA Muvao Kikumini Ward, regarding the need to survey Kangondi Market in Kikumini Muvao Ward. In our request, the Honorable Member indicated that Kangondi Market sits on public land, which is not surveyed, beaconed or planned. And as a result, some individuals have started grabbing parcels of land in the market. She therefore indicated that there was an urgent need for survey to the market in order to determine the exact acreage, beacons and boundaries in order to safeguard the market land from grabbing, the erection of illegal structures on public land. Mr. Speaker, the ECM lands acknowledged that there was urgent need to survey the external boundary of Kangondi Market in collaboration with the relevant national government officers. Mr. Speaker, the ECM, through a letter reference MCG stroke LUDECC stroke lands chain stroke 60 volume 10 stroke 11 dated on 19th August 2022 is attached, informed the committee that as aware visited the Kangondi Training Center on 15th August 2025 and determined its boundary. The survey report is attached. The ECM further indicated that some encroachment had been noted on the land reserved for Kangondi Trading Center and at reserved for Kangondi cattle crush. In the letter dated on 15 August 2025, the ECM did not indicate the measurement. The department had taken all was planning to deal with the encroachment. The committee has therefore written a letter to the ECM. The letter is attached here, requesting for him to furnish the committee with additional information on the measures the land department was taking to recover the encroached land. The committee will issue the response on this matter in the next 14 days from now. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Requester of the statement, Honorable Kawembe.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I'm one person who is very worried. Mr. Speaker, I requested this statement on 18th February, 5 months down the line. And my request was just to survey the market and beacon the public land. Because, Mr. Speaker, I had received this matter. And let this matter be settled once and for all. Because there were plots, which public land, there were people even...
Because I'm saying this because my statement on a Mali urban urban survey and planning has been with the committee for the last 2 years, Honorable Speaker. So I doubt even the 14 days is applicable. He must assure us that within the 14 days we will get a response. Today I was prepared for the Mali report, but in the order paper, it doesn't appear. So this might be an unpractical 14 days, just to push dates. So matters of land are very delicate, and we would require to get solutions. Honorable Speaker, give guidelines. Thank you.
Chair, I will give you an opportunity to respond. So, Honorable Dennis.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. I just wanted the chair when he's responding to this statement, because you can say 14 days, and maybe you don't know the procedure or legal procedure which may take place, because I've heard there is reclaiming of grabbed land. That is, there must be a notice to those people so that they can vacate, and if they don't vacate, then there are legal consequences about that. So when the chair says 14 days, I don't know whether he has factored the legal procedures and all that, because the way the Honorable Member Cosmas Kalele has said that for 2 years the chair is sitting with a report which you should have shared to Honorable Kali and also the people of Mali to benefit benefit from that report. So, Honorable Speaker, let us not just agree that 14 days unless he gives us a roadmap on how he's going to go to make sure that he brings a whole report and settles the matter as per Honorable Kawembe. Thank you.
Honorable Kalunda.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, I also wish to give a small input about this statement. This statement has been here for 6 months, more than 6 months. It was from February, it has been 6 months, Honorable Speaker. And even from the onset, the Honorable Chair didn't want to respond. I remember there was a lot of altercation here trying to evade his responsibility to respond to these matters. Because I understand it is the responsibility of the chair to always respond to all statements, whether they are good or bad, according to his views. So, Honorable Chair, Honorable Speaker, I think that has been a big problem from the Departmental Committee on Lands. Two, Honorable Speaker, the same on delaying of these activities. When there are matters to do with land grabbing, it's very emotive. So if we don't deal with it, and I remember the Honorable member for Muvau was very categorical that she even wanted it to be responded within 7 days because she wanted to see what the department, what plans the department has about the Kangondi market. It was not even about monetary allocations or activities towards the same. She wanted to start with how the department is prepared going forward, even without putting monies into the same, Honorable Speaker. So that should have been done within 7 days. The 7 days are stretched to 7 months, Honorable Speaker. If we do not act as an assembly, people of Kangondi and Muvau Kikumin will lose the whole parcel of land. So it is prudent, Honorable Speaker, you use your powers, which are delegated by the people of Makueni, to force this committee to bring this statement response tomorrow in the afternoon. Because if they do not bring this statement response tomorrow in the afternoon, they will bring it in October, Honorable Speaker. And you see how when we transition into another session, Honorable Speaker, it takes a lot of time for us to get used to those issues which were in the previous sessions, Honorable Speaker. So I wish if you can push this committee, because the Honorable member for Muvau is not speaking to other facts. She is only asking for a roadmap on how to deal with these matters. Number two, Honorable Speaker, the Honorable Chair has also delayed our, he has not updated this county assembly in matters to do with Emali Makindu and Kibwezi Kisi projects, Honorable Speaker. He has not done that. We were pushed. We even staged public participations across the 3 major towns along Mombasa Road. But nothing has happened from this committee chair to update the people of Makueni on the progress we have done with KISIP, Honorable Speaker. People are asking us questions. When I go to Makindu, people are asking me questions. When I go to Emali, they are still
Done, a map is here, and we have actually given Punch R with the map and what was done, Mr. Speaker. What is remaining
and
is...
what is grabbed, not is what was done, and where the grabbed area is.
I'm saying we have ascertained that the land is grabbed, yes. But we are now repossessing is what she's asking. And I'm saying it is a process. It is a process that awaits to be done. And we are ready to do it. So it is, we have wrote a letter requesting when they will start the process of actually repossessing the land. That is what the letter says here, Mr. Speaker. I don't know whether you have a copy. Yes. So within the 14 days I'm requesting, we might have actually finalized the possessing of the land. And that is why I requested for the 14 days. Thank you.
Honorable Zai, you can proceed as we confirm with the system. Just click your mic. Make a request on your mic so that I... But just be a bit patient as we work on the system. Honorable Nzai, you can now proceed. Was it a point of information or point of order?
It was a point of order, Mr. Speaker.
Number, then proceed.
Thank
And
you,
we agreed to execute the point of order as agreed.
Yeah. Mr. Speaker, sir, I just wanted to hint to the chair lands. This is a public land. Now, there is no compromise in public lands. Reclaiming public land, it doesn't require a lot of energy. What I'm going to do is, you should move with the high speed and reclaim that land, because the same thing is even taking toll in other areas. Mr. Speaker, I beg your attention. This is now the same thing. You already have been told that at Cascale Market, office land has already been grabbed, and therefore, I am thinking of bringing a statement in response to this. Therefore, I'm just requesting him to move the high speed and reclaim that land of Kangon Market. Thank you. Because it is a public land.
Thank you. But was that really point of order? The way you executed, I cannot even make a ruling. So, Chair, you have been informed. So because the chair has responded, Chair, I think because we are almost going on a recess, by the time we report the first business on that week, please, have all the essential communications, have all the information required by the honorable member. Please. Thank you. Can we now go to Chairperson, Committee on Infrastructure, Transport, Public Works, Housing, and Energy to respond to the statement number 05 of 2025 as a request on 24th February 2025 by the member for Kathonzweni Ward regarding the lack of maintenance of county roads in Kathonzweni Ward. Chairperson, Honorable Mulemba.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. So, Speaker, that statement was responded to. However, the member stated that there was some pending works in his ward that was supposed to be done. And Mr. Speaker, we had requested for information from the ECM, and the ECM did not respond, so we did a reminder letter requesting or demanding some response by 29th August. Mr. Speaker, I understand that we are breaking for recess. So, Mr. Speaker, the committee is committed to make a follow-up to find out what was happening, or what is happening, because, Mr. Speaker, we understand there's a grader that was supposed to be repaired and work on Kathonzweni Ward roads. So, Mr. Speaker, allow the committee to pursue that matter even during the recess and ensure that that member is satisfied and works are done at Kathonzweni. Thank you.
Member for Kathonzweni, are you in agreement with the chair? Thank you. Chairperson, Committee on Budget and Appropriation to respond to the statement number 13 of 2025 as requested on 12th March 2025 by the member for Emali Mulala Ward regarding implementation status of all headquarter projects since 2013. Yes, since 2013. Chairperson, Committee on Budget. He was here. Member of the committee, the vice chair. Member of the Committee on Budgets, Honorable Mwema, I can see you are the only member available. Another member? Any information you can share to the honorable members? Honorable Mama.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I am informed that the report is not yet ready from the committee. They have not been provided, but I am informed that that information, the statement will be responded on the first sitting after recess.
Thank you. Honorable Cosmas, I think we are in agreement because the report is not ready.
Speaker, there is always an interest which drives to a statement. Actually, we do this statement to maybe in accordance with the, when it comes collectively as a government, we can help our people. The statement, you can see how long it has been in this house. And maybe, I am not sure whether it's the reason why the chair walked out when we were almost to that agenda. And even the member was not aware of that business. Actually, it's just responding because he's a member and a response has to be given. We need commitment.
Honorable, every member of that committee is aware of the business.
Honorable Speaker, may it pass your high here. He said
passions on the competence of members here in the assembly. Please proceed and make your statement the way you want, but don't.
For example, Honorable Speaker, recently we were in Makindu on the show, the agricultural show at Makindu. Just a few kilometers from where the show was, even not kilometers, there is the Makindu grain grand plant, which has stalled, a plant that consumed over 240 million. It was a pretense to have a show, agricultural show, where we have misappropriated 240 million. The statement is requesting a solution towards some of those projects. And those are matters, Honorable Speaker, those that have been raised during budget making. And that's why we should have a response then. So the chair can commit to this Honorable House that we will have a response. Honorable Speaker, you remember recently we were on our retreat on budget matters. You gave instruction that the unbundling of the pending bill be done before Wednesday last week. Up to date, there is no response. How sure are we will get a response, Honorable Speaker? Are we here to joke? Are we here to serve the people? Honorable Speaker, there are matters we must treat with the seriousness they deserve. So the committee must be up to the task. Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Thank you. What is it, Honorable Kalunda, before I give the chair an opportunity to respond?
Honorable Speaker, sometimes if a committee cannot handle a business, I think it is the prerogative of the chair to also give it to other committees. Because I have seen the committee led by Honorable Mulemba giving very prompt answers, Honorable Speaker. So I don't want to speak on the competence as you have guided. But Honorable Speaker, you can tell by just observing. It is very difficult sometimes even handling matters from the back committee. It's very difficult. It's very difficult, Honorable Speaker. Maybe they think they are seasonal committees where they only bring budgets here. And sometimes the budgets don't add up. Sometimes they don't balance the figures, Honorable Speaker. So it's very difficult. But if it is difficult for them to respond, because Honorable Mutunga is speaking for people of Makueni. He is not speaking for only himself and people of Emali. He is speaking for Kibwezi West, for Makueni as a whole, Honorable Speaker. And he's asking very pertinent issues. How and when and how are we able to sort matters if they are not done within this time, Honorable Speaker? So if the Committee on Budget and Appropriation Committee is only destined to do matters to do with budget making, and then they leave it at that, Honorable Speaker, you can give this work to some other committees. We can even form an ad hoc committee, Honorable Speaker. We can form an ad hoc committee for special purpose, stuff like what Honorable Mutunga is presenting to us, Honorable Speaker. Because it will take a lot of time. Even next time when they visit, when they come for the next session, Honorable Speaker, in October, I can bet they will not be able to respond to this matter. So it is good if we prepare ourselves beyond what they think, because your powers are very explicit by the standing orders and also all laws of the land, Honorable Speaker. Give this job to another committee. Give it to the Committee on Transport, for example. Give it to the Committee on Finance. Of course, we have issues. We'll have
Honorable Kalunda, conclude, please.
But if you can give this committee, this job to another committee, Honorable Speaker, and if we don't have an existing committee, I can see Honorable Muthike is nodding. She is agreeing to these things. Honorable Speaker, if we can form an ad hoc committee for special purposes, Honorable Speaker, to handle this matter, this is a very important matter. If we unbundle these issues since 2013 and others, Honorable Speaker, I think we will have sorted a lot of things for this county, and people of Makueni will be very happy, and we will have helped the governor to achieve his targets, Honorable Speaker. So I thought, even without making a lot of requests, Honorable Speaker, your chair, your position is very, very powerful, Honorable Speaker. Can you dedicate this job to another committee? Just promptly, Honorable Speaker, that way we will have sorted matters. Thank you, Honorable Speaker, for giving me the opportunity to speak to this effect. Thank you.
Before the chair responds, because there is also the Committee on General Oversight, which we have the teeth to bite. So don't worry. Let's give the chair an opportunity so that he can make the committee. If he doesn't do that, we'll proceed with the other measures in the assembly, please.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. And Honorable Speaker, I want to thank the member for Emali Mulala and my minority leader.
Order members, you have been heard in silence, Honorable Kalunda. So can we give the chair an opportunity to be heard also in silence?
Yes, so Honorable Speaker, as I was saying, I first appreciate the minority leader, the request of the statement member for Emali Mulala, that they have no doubt with the capacity of the members of the Budget and Appropriations Committee. In actual fact, Honorable Speaker, this is one of the committees that has had a lot of changes, even thereafter. We used to have Chalomumo as a member, Honorable Chalomumo as a member. He was replaced, and many others have continued to be replaced. And therefore, shifting the mandate of the committee, Honorable Speaker, may not change anything. But the request of the statement was very categorical that it needs the commitment of the chair. And despite the last few months' turbulence on committees, Honorable Speaker, I have an interest with this report, Honorable Speaker, as a person, because I am also interested to know what has been happening and where we are. And therefore, Honorable Speaker, I could read you a conversation between you and the clerk, whether this statement has appeared again. I remember the first time the CEC Finance requested for additional time because we were in the process of budget preparation. And so they said, through writing, a letter which was tabled in this assembly, we should give them time up to from 30th of June after we pass the budget. And that is when they will be able to give us the information. Therefore, I think because we are proceeding on recess from tomorrow, we will have adequate time to source out for that information. and the department will be able to take it to place it where it is. And therefore, I agree with you, Honorable Speaker. The Assembly has all the powers to do whatever that is within their means. Thank you, Honorable Speaker. But I commit myself.
Thank you, Chair. I think the Chair has substantively answered what members wanted to hear. Then, honorable members, we are now going to the Committee on the Whole Assembly. Clerk, read the next order.
Order number 8, Committee of the Whole Assembly to consider the Makueni County Social Operation Bill 2025, Makueni County Assembly Bill number 4 of 2025.
Honorable members, we are now on the Committee of the Whole to consider the Makueni County Social Protection Bill number, the Makueni County Social Protection Bill 2025. That is Makueni County Assembly Bill number 4 of 2025. Thank you.
We are now in the Committee of the Whole Assembly to consider the Makueni County Assembly, Makueni County Social Protection Bill 2025. That is the Makueni County Assembly Bill number 4 of 2025. Clerk, you can read the clauses.
Clauses 3, 4, and 5.
I now propose the question that clause 3, 4, and 5 be part of the bill. Any member willing to contribute? I now put the question that clause 3, 4, and 5 be part of the bill. Will as many of these opinions say aye? Will as many of our contrary opinions say nay? The ayes have it.
Clause 6.
I now propose the question that clause 6 be part of the bill. Any member willing to contribute? Mover of the motion? Chairperson.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, I beg to move the following amendment to clause 6(2)(b). That clause 6(2)(b) be amended by inserting the words "and for purposes of Makueni County Empowerment Fund" immediately after the word section. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Chairperson. Thank you. Honorable members, I now propose the question that clause 6 be amended as proposed. Any member willing to contribute? Member for Kikumbuli South and Minority Leader.
Yeah, thank you, Honorable Chair. Honorable Chair, we are deprived. We cannot tell where we are. The Chair has not even introduced us to this bill, and we are trying to scamper for the information, and it is not possible. So if the Chair could also be helping us with that. Sometimes these bills are not going through the Committee of the Whole because sometimes we are not introduced. That's why we bring a lot of questions, and members sometimes feel they have not been involved in that. So it becomes very tricky, and if I would have been the chair or yourself, chair, you would have helped us to even understand what we are doing right now, because we are not informed. We cannot even trace where those documents are. Sometimes they may be in our official WhatsApp group, but we may not know where we are exactly, so that we can debate and also pass these clauses without much ado. So if Chair, you could allow the Honorable Chair for gender to take us through that. I don't know which way, but the table office can help us with that, because they understand these things. They are more technical than all of us. But also, Chair, because we are also very experienced young legislator from Kilome. I know you can help us with that. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, just to inform the members, we are considering the Social Protection Bill, and I will read the section of the introduction so that we are on the same page. Honorable Speaker, the Makueni County Social Protection Bill 2025 seeks to ensure vulnerable citizens of Makueni have access to education, affordable health care, nutritious food, and basic income security. The bill further seeks to create a comprehensive framework that addresses the socioeconomic vulnerabilities to empower the people of Makueni to thrive through interventions in social health protection, income security, shock responsive social protection, and other complementary programs. The bill also establishes the Makueni County Empowerment Fund, MSEF, what was initially the Tetheka Fund. The operations of the previous Empowerment Fund were halted to review the existing legislation, such as the fund regulations and enactment of the law, such as this bill and the Social Protection Policy 2024, which we passed yesterday unanimously, which is under this bill now is now under committee's consideration. We are now on the second reading. And any other social protection fund will be anchored in this bill. Honorable members, any other fund that will be established in future will be anchored in the social protection bill, like the sports fund, which was suggested, and many other funds, like the emergency funds. They shall be anchored in this, as was deliberated and passed in the Senate. All the programs to be undertaken by the county government shall be geared towards A, to promote development of the vulnerable person, family, and the community. B, increase the ability of the vulnerable person to become self-sufficient and assume greater responsibility for themselves. C, lessen dependency on social financial assistance. D, remove and prevent the causes and effects of vulnerability. And E, promote change in social behavior. So, Honorable Speaker, this is the bill that seeks to now protect our citizens and uplift them from the dependency level to a self-reliant citizen. And Honorable Speaker, there are some amendments that as a committee we wish to propose. And the particular amendment that I was reading, clause 6.2b, which reads as follows. Clause 6.2b reads, it is on the vulnerability of a vulnerable, the definition of a vulnerable person. 2, for purposes of this section, a person is a resident of Makueni County, where the B says, where the person has lived in Makueni continuously for 6 years. Sorry, Honorable Speaker, I think I'm reading the wrong clause. Pardon. Thank you, Chair. So that should be clause 6.2, not 6.2b. So it will be amended from a definition of a vulnerable person. A person is vulnerable for purposes of this section. A person is a resident of Makueni County, where, so that will read, for purposes of this section and for purposes of Makueni County Empowerment Fund, a person is a resident of Makueni where. Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
So thank you, Chair and honorable members, Honorable Kalunda. So where we are the Committee of the Whole House. Thank you. And I hope all members are updated where we can move amendments. I think now we are the same page. So after this is the third reading, and therefore we'll be done with the bill. So you are welcome. We can now proceed. I now propose, honorable members, I now propose the question that clause 6 be amended as proposed. Any member willing to contribute? I now put the question that clause 6 be amended as proposed. Will as many of these opinions say aye? Aye. Will as many of our contrary opinions say nay? The ayes have it. Thank you. I now propose the question that clause 6, as amended, be part of the bill. I now put the question that clause 6, as amended, be part of the bill. Will as many of these opinions say aye? Aye. Will as many of our contrary opinions say nay? The ayes have it. Clerk?
Clause 7.
I now propose the question that clause 7 be part of the bill. Any member willing to contribute? That clause 7 be part of the bill. Chairperson, committee.
Thank you, Chairperson. I beg to move the following amendment to clause 7, that clause 7.1 be amended by deleting the word regularly and replacing thereof with the word continuously map immediately after the word shall. That clause 7b be amended by inserting teenage single mothers, vulnerable orphans, persons with chronic illnesses, and or mentally incapacitated persons to be included in the list of vulnerable persons eligible for registration immediately after subparagraph K, marginalized communities. Thank you.
I now propose the question that clause 7 be amended as proposed. Any member willing to contribute? I now put the question that clause 7 be amended as proposed. Will as many of these opinions say aye? Will as many of our contrary opinions say nay? The ayes have it. I now propose the question that clause 7 as amended be part of the bill. I now put the question that clause 7 as amended be part of the bill. Will as many of these opinions say aye? Will as many of a contrary opinions say nay? The ayes have it. Clerk.
Clause 8.
I now propose the question that clause 8 be part of the bill. Any member willing to contribute? I now put the question that clause 8 be part of the bill. Will as many of these opinions say aye? Will as many of a contrary opinions say nay? The ayes have it. Clerk.
Clause 9.
I now propose the question that clause 9 be part of the bill. Any member willing to contribute? Chairperson.
Thank you, Chair. I beg to move the following amendments to clause 9, that clause 9A be amended by deleting the whole of it and substituting it therefore with the following clause. A chairperson shall be appointed by the governor with the approval of the county assembly. This is the chairperson of the board, of the Makueni County Social Protection Board. Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
I now propose the question that clause 9 be amended as proposed. Any member willing to contribute? I now put the question that clause 9 be amended as proposed. Will as many of these opinions say aye? Will as many of the contrary opinions say nay? The ayes have it. I now propose the question that clause 9 as amended be part of the bill. Now put the question that clause 9 as amended be part of the bill. Will as many of these opinions say aye? Will as many of our contrary opinions say nay? The ayes have it. Clerk.
Clause 10.
I now propose the question that clause 10 be part of the bill. Any member willing to contribute? We are in clause 10. Mover, Chairperson.
Thank you, Chairperson. Mr. Chairman, I beg to move the following amendments to clause 10, that clause 10.3 be amended by deleting the word may immediately after the word member and substituting therefore with the word shall. Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Our Chair, are we amended by deleting the word may immediately before or after? Is after. Just that clause 10.3 be amended by deleting? Okay. It's after? Okay. I now propose the question that clause 10 be amended as proposed. Any member willing to contribute? I now put the question that clause 10 be amended as proposed. Will as many of these opinions say aye? Will as many of our contrary opinions say nay? The ayes have it. I now propose the question that clause 10 as amended be part of the bill. I now put the question that clause 10 as amended be part of the bill. Will as many of these opinions say aye? Will as many of our contrary opinions say nay? The ayes have it, Clerk.
Clause 11.
I now propose the question that clause 11 be part of the bill. Any member willing to contribute? Clause 11. Move of the motion. Chair.
Sorry. Mr. Chairman, I beg to move the following amendment to clause 11, that clause 11(3)b be amended by inserting the following words immediately after the word minorities. Regional balance. Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
I now propose the question that clause 11 be amended as proposed. Any member willing to contribute? I now put the question that clause 11 be amended as proposed. Will as many of these opinions say aye? Will as many of our contrary opinions say nay? The ayes have it. I now propose the question that clause 7 as amended be part of the bill. I now put the question that clause 11 as amended be part of the bill. Will as many of these opinions say aye? Will as many of our contrary opinions say nay? The ayes have it. Clerk.
Clauses 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, and 51.
I now propose the question that clause 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, and 51 be part of the bill. Any member willing to contribute? I now put the question that clauses 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, and 51 be part of the bill. Will as many of these opinions say aye? Will as many of our contrary opinions say nay? The ayes have it. Clerk.
Clause 2.
I now propose the question that clause 2 be part of the bill. Any member willing to contribute? Member for Tulimani.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Yeah, let it be part of the bill.
I now put the question that clause 2 be part of the bill. Will as many of these opinions say aye? As many of our contrary opinions say nay? The ayes have it. Clerk.
The title.
I now propose the question that the title be part of the bill. Any member willing to contribute? I now put the question that the title be part of the bill. Will as many of these opinions say aye? As many of our contrary opinions say nay? The ayes have it. Clerk.
Clause 1.
Clause 1. I now propose the question that clause 1 be part of the bill. Any member willing to contribute? Member for Hortensio Ward. I now put the question that clause 1 be part of the bill. Will as many of these opinions say aye? Will as many of our contrary opinions say nay? The ayes have it. I now call upon the chairperson, Committee on Gender, Children, Youth, Sports and Social Services to report to the Assembly.
Thank you, Chairperson. I beg to move the following motion that this committee do now report to the Assembly on its deliberation on the Makueni County Social Protection Bill 2025, Makueni County Assembly Bill number 04 of 2025, and its approval thereof with amendments. Thank you, Chair.
I now propose the question that this committee do now report to the Assembly on its deliberation on the Makueni County Social Protection Bill 2025, that is the Makueni County Assembly Bill number 04 of 2025, and its approval thereof with amendments. I now put the question that this committee do now report to the Assembly on its deliberation on the Makueni County Social Protection Bill number 2025, that is the Makueni County Assembly Bill number 04 of 2025, and its approval thereof with amendments. Will as many of these opinions say aye? Aye. Will as many of a contrary opinions say nay? The ayes have it. Honorable members, we have now come to the end of the Committee of the Whole House, and therefore we will resume back to the Assembly.
Pursuant to Standing Order number 152, I now call upon the chairperson of the committees to report to the County Assembly. Chairperson.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, sir, I beg to report that the Committee of the Whole Assembly has considered the Makueni County Social Protection Bill 2025, that's the Makueni County Assembly Bill number 04 of 2025, and has approved the same with amendments. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Mover of the motion. Chairperson, Committee on Gender.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Mr. Speaker, sir, I beg to move the motion that this Assembly do agree with the Committee of the Whole Assembly in the said report. Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
I now propose the question, which is that this Assembly do agree with the Committee of the Whole Assembly in the said report. Any member willing to contribute? Honorable members, I now put the question, which is that this Assembly do agree with the Committee of the Whole Assembly in the said report. Will as many as are of this opinion say aye? And will as many as are of a contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it. Next order.
Order number 9, the Makueni County Social Protection Bill 2025, Makueni County Assembly Bill number 4 of 2025. order for third reading.
Chairperson, Committee on Gender, Children, Youth, Sports, and Social Services to introduce the bill for a third reading. That is the Makueni County Social Protection Bill 2025. The Makueni County Assembly Bill number 4 of 2025 be now read at that time.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. I beg to move the following motion that the Makueni County Social Protection Bill 2025, Makueni County Assembly Bill number 4 of 2025, be now read a third time. Thank you. Thank you. I wish to call Honorable Maneno to second the motion. Thank you.
Honorable Maneno. Thank you. Any member willing to contribute? Honorable members, I now propose that this assembly Honorable members, I now propose this assembly now this that the Makueni County Social Protection Bill 2025, that is the Makueni County Assembly Bill number 4 of 2025, be now read at that time. So no member willing to debate, I now call upon the chairperson. But I can't. It's not, yes, now it has picked around three members. The system, then 2 members have disappeared again. So, Honorable Mutike. So members, we need to bear with that. The system is up and down, closing and opening. I don't know what's happening, but I think the technical team will look at it.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. I stand to support that this bill be read at that time. And why I support this, Honorable Speaker, I am a member of the County Public Accounts Committee, and from where we sit as a committee, we have the funds of the Makueni County Empowerment Fund lying before the county assembly, the county executive coffers for the last 3 or 4 years, and they have not been able to help the people of Makueni. So the famous Tedeka funds now, after the passage of this bill, and if the governor assents to it as an act, we will be able to help the people of Makueni in accessing these particular funds. And I am sure all other funds, because we'll be anchored through the same act, we are going to formally help and assist the people of Makueni. So, Honorable Speaker, I support the passage of this bill. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, sir. I stand to support this bill to be read for the third time. Looking at the historical background from devolution time of Makueni County as account, you find that there were very good concepts which were actually invented within Makueni. One of them was the Tetheka Fund, which because of lack of proper structures did not actually viably work to benefit the people of Makueni. But this bill is going to to allow the count, or else it's going to allow the guidelines of these things to be done, so that at the end of the day, it's going to give avenues of usage of this money. For example, as you have heard from the last contributor, that we have funds which have been lying in different accounts, which are not helping people. These funds, as more as we are continuing, the funds are losing value, because as long as the money is not changing hands, there's no increased value. That means it's Makueni people who are losing. And the only way in which this thing could be addressed was through this particular bill. So I'm very happy, and I thank the committee that they have actually worked tirelessly to the point of bringing this bill, to the point of having it being read for the first time, second term, and now we are having the third time for it to be read. That means we are taking positive steps towards achieving a well-thought concept which could help, or which can help the people of Makueni at large to achieve wealth, to attain wealth, to have a living, to create progression of the people to come. Thank you, Mr. Speaker, sir.
Honorable Kalunda.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, I stand to support the motion and to congratulate the chair and our committee for taking a bold step to bring this to fruition. Honorable Speaker, during the devolution conference at Homa Bay, Makueni County Tetheka Fund was a big talk, Honorable Speaker, because Safaricom did not present. They did not have a presenter. They only gave a video highlight of what they can do with counties. And I saw Tetheka. I think it has changed the names through this bill. I think it has changed the names through this bill. It's a very huge step making this a reality. In fact, what we listened and what everybody listened, it was very clear that Makueni can have their funds being managed in the best way, and even Hustler Fund management. Honorable friend from Emali will listen. That Hustler Fund from Kenya Kwanza can borrow what Makueni is doing. I think Makueni is now becoming it has been the best. So we have been very consistent. And I think a Hustler Fund and other funds, which can help, even the women enterprise, the youth enterprise, and then other vulnerable group enterprise fund, Honorable Speaker, can borrow a lot from what Honorable Mutinda has presented today. Yesterday, I told her I can see some light at the end of the tunnel, and now I can see it is still flowing. I know with a lot of perseverance from the Honorable Chair, my elder sister, Honorable Mutindi, I think this is going to be one of the best ways to manage funds. With this borrowing, when our people will be empowered, I think not many people will play politics with our people. People will be empowered, truly empowered, and they will be able to make the best decisions, and especially best political and economic decisions. And I can see my elder brother, Honorable Makombe, is also nodding to agree to these things.
Honorable Kalunda.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
And address the members appropriately.
Honorable Mutunga, my great neighbor and elder, very high ranking, is also nodding. And I think Honorable Speaker will really support this. The only challenge we have, I will put it again, Honorable Speaker, to the Honorable Chair for implementation, to make this work for the people of Makueni. We will really appreciate if the Committee on Implementation doesn't now wait. Our Honorable Chair yesterday pronounced himself. He said he waits until 6 months are off Since 2022, no expiry of 6 months has ever happened with resolutions of this assembly, Honorable Speaker. He may have left behind others, but this bill must be implemented. We want to challenge him. We want this bill to be implemented to the letter and to help the people of Makueni. Money is lying all over the place, and we are not able to move. Now that we have a framework, a documented framework, Honorable Speaker, I think we can go verify as account. Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Honorable Cosmas Mutunga.
Chair, I rise to support the motion. I actually congratulate the committee led by Honorable Elizabeth. Chair, as you have heard from majority of our people, we have over 160 million lying in the banks awaiting this bill. So it's long overdue. My worry is about the implementation because we have a lot of resolutions in this Honorable House, but none has been, no lead to. So I urge the committee on implementation this time around, just be proactive to ensure that what has been resoluted in this House is actually implemented. I'm not sure whether we have had any motion from the Committee of Implementation, but they are learning. Honorable Speaker, I am not sure why Honorable Kalunda quoted me when mentioning the Hustler Fund. But the reason why I hard fought for that constitution is the element of devolution. And that's why you see I am very hard on autonomy of our municipalities, because that is further devolution of our resources from the county level to the municipal level. So I am, whoever is an enemy of devolution is my enemy. So I support any empowerment towards our people at ward, at village, and polling station level. Thank you.
Thank you. Honorable Jennifer.
Honorable Speaker, you will allow me to still move the motion, then apologize and commit that in the next session we'll have this report ready as early as possible. That is the leadership we want in this assembly. Like the Finance Committee, we want them to see. I can see there is a lot of expectation with the Honorable Member for the Honorable Chair for Finance on these motions. I know it's very rare to have these motions. Honorable Speaker, I will skip the membership because we are led by the Speaker, who is the chairperson. You are also a member, Honorable Leader of Majority and Minority, Honorable Majority Whip and Minority Whip. Then 3 other members, Honorable Francis Munyao, Honorable Josephine Mwasa, and then Honorable Janet Ketung. Honorable Speaker, I pass on to the Makueni County Assembly Standing Orders, Order number 2203, unless a more regular interval is prescribed under any written law or the standing orders, each select committee shall submit half-yearly progress reports to the County Assembly within 2 months after the end of the 6 months period. Therefore, this committee hereby does submit its progress report for the period July to December 2024. I indicated that. Honorable Speaker, for the period under review, various items were considered and slotted for consideration for transaction by the Assembly. Honorable Speaker, there are issues with the printing, so sometimes I will be skipping some or reading my own things, but I will bet I will be doing the best by the Assembly, including bills, motions, petitions, papers, and statements, messages, communications. The committee held a total of 21 sittings for the period between July to December 2024 to deliberate on the above matters. Findings and observations: that there were functions under the oversight of the sectoral committees that lacked clear guideline by the legislations. 2, that no reports were presented by the sectoral committees analyzing the success of all departments as compared to their objectives. And
allocated budgets and recommending areas of action. Honorable Speaker, those are very strong findings. 3, that the recommendations of some committee reports were not smart. Smart, we want to be academic a little bit, specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, and time-bound. That's the committee report. It's not my report. It's the